Howdy, you're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Porches has a new record entitled All Day Gentle Hold. They released that on October 8th. This is studio album number 5 for the band, follows 2020's Ricky Music. And I'm very amped about this album review. Porches is a band, and we all have these bands that I've heard of them, I've had multiple people tell me about them, and I've had every intention of checking out their music, and I just never got around to it. So I'm glad I finally did that. Really enjoyed this record. And it's got a hot runtime too, 25 minutes. So took the time to listen to Ricky Music as well. And I'm really just digging the way that Aaron Maine brings together alternative rock and electronic music. Love that his sound is grounded in those two genres. And I'm loving when he's just doing one or the other either. And sometimes he's just doing something completely different as well. All that stuff works awesome too. It just, the thing I noticed about these two records, and I assume you could probably say the same with the other three, is that they have great continuity. The way that he brings all these different tracks together and the ebb and flow that they have from start to finish is very enjoyable. I really dug that about both of these projects. But they're two different albums as well. Ricky Music, angsty, brooding, versus All Day Gentle Hold is just fun. It's just got this upbeat energy, kind of summery in a way. But it's just, you can hear that Aaron Maine is just playing these songs with confidence, writing them and having a good time playing this music. And it's funny because we started the week off with James Blake. Just very similar situations here. Both these guys working on their 5th albums. Both, I believe, are roughly in their early 30s. At this point where they have some experience. They have 4 records under their belts apiece, now 5. They've had a chance to experiment a little bit. Personally, they've had a chance to grow up, have some life experience, reflect on that. And genuinely, I think that just makes for better art down the road, oftentimes, not always. But the energy on this record is phenomenal, and you can definitely tell that Aaron Maine is just, he's in his zone. He is just in a very comfortable place writing great music, and this album is a ton of fun to listen to for that reason. So we'll jump right into it, starting with album opener Lately, and it's funny because we're going to talk about James Blake. I didn't really care for either album opener. Lately, it's probably my least favorite track on the record. However, it's structured in a way that it makes sense as an album opener. It sounds great in that regard. And it's not a bad track. It's not my favorite, but it certainly is in no way detrimental to the rest of the record and really sets you up for just a fun palette that follows on the next 10 songs, starting with I Miss That. Great combo of electronic music and rock music. I'm really just digging that song. And the chorus is great too. Pretty simple. I miss that. I miss that. But it's this song that just very much sounds in the moment. Sounds just very fresh, and I'm digging the energy of that particular song as well. Your third song, Okay, is breezy, acoustic rocker. Really liking the way that it just kind of like brings down the energy, pulls it back a little bit, and jumps right into Swimming Big, which is got kind of an R&B vibe. Talk about how Aaron can do some different things and does them very well, and kind of liking the experimental electronic sound mixed with some of the R&B that's coming on that song. Back to School, stylized as Back 3 School. Kind of interesting. I'm not really understanding what's going on with the spelling of certain things these days, but maybe that's just because I'm old. Great electronic rocker, though. Really digging the sound of that track. That and I Miss That were probably my favorite songs. Your 8th track, In a Fashion, slow tempo, but just this like thick electronic bass element. And then other lighter arrangements, which is something that he does very well. Nice production on this record. Instrumentation, all very well balanced. And you get these nice nuances in a lot of these songs. They're very well put together, again, in that regard. Grab the Phone is your penultimate track, alt rocker. You talk about him kind of just ditching the electronic stuff. And there's these moments where he just feels like going with his guitar and drums and bass and keeping it kind of simple. And I dig that vibe. It sounds really fresh. And Come Down Song, your last track, is just this great grungy rocker as well to close this thing out. I love the balance. I love the back and forth. I wish that this album had a longer runtime. I wish that there was more. That's my only regret about it. And maybe a different first track. You can disagree with me in the comments below if you're a fan of the song Lately. But overall, this is a solid project. Well done, Aaron. I'm going to vinyl please this, and I hope you enjoy listening to this record. Hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, do all the things. Take care of me, and we'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.